It has been officially confirmed that Mathias Ezeaku is in Abuja under the custody of Nigerian police. Yes, it has been officially confirmed that he was picked up in Anambra State, exactly where they have their Omenala Sunday worship. And it has been verified that he is currently with the Nigerian police, answering some important questions. Now that it has been established, it is equally important to keep some records straight, because I have received some personal messages from some followers of Mathias Ezeaku. Some people have written me directly on my WhatsApp, while some people have also written me on Messenger, as well as made a public comment on some of the previous videos I have made concerning this very issue. A lot of people have come out to say that it was Ebuka Obi that picked him up, while a lot of people have also said that it is not Ebuka Obi. But before I go straight to the point, I wish to remind you that is watching this video one or two things. Few months ago, or exactly 1 year ago, Mathias Ezeaku arrested a particular native doctor in Anambra State. His name is Isiagu Global. There were some altercation between Mathias Ezeaku and this native doctor, after which this native doctor told Mathias Ezeaku that he was going to send 25 spirits that will come and fight him. He said he go send 25 Ogbanje spirit, Abina 25 Ekwensu spirit, we go come fight him, we go come destroy him. Thereafter, Mathias Ezeaku felt threatened. He was very angry, he was very mad. What did Mathias Ezeaku did? He went to the police, he went to the SARS, and he picked this young man up. He took the interventions of people who were close to this native doctor, as well as friends of Mathias Ezeaku, who intervened. I learned that thereafter, this young man signed an undertaking that whatever that happens to Mathias Ezeaku, that he was going to be responsible. I don't know whether that is true or not. Having said this, I want to also disappoint some of you who are also believing or thinking that a day will come in Nigeria when there will be no churches again in Nigeria. It is a fat lie. It can never happen. The God that I serve personally will never allow that. Do you know why? Because Nigeria is not the first country to worship God. Neither will it be the last country to worship God. While I keep saying that I am not an advocate of political rascality or advocate of fake prophets and fake pastors and fake prophecies and fake everything, I wish to remind you that the gate of hell can never prevail over the kingdom of God. There are still true and sincere men of God. And for this reason, so long we still have churches in America, so long we still have churches in Germany, so long we still have churches in Netherlands, so long we still have churches in UK, so long we still have churches in Canada, there will always be church in Nigeria. All I have told you before, let me remind you, the moment we have a sincere, formidable, and functional political leadership in Nigeria, that is when you will see the true worshippers of God, whether in the Christendom, whether in the Muslim, whether in the traditional religion practices or traditional religion believers. And for this reason, no matter how much you try or what you do, you cannot exterminate or eliminate Christianity. It is impossible. While I am telling you this, you that is also trying or thinking that you can eliminate traditional religion believers from existing, it is also impossible. Belief system is a very delicate and very emotional topic all over the world. You must understand that you should at all levels allow people to express their belief and worship whichever God they choose to worship. What is important, you must understand that there is a thin line between preaching to people to convert them to your religion and compelling people by force or forcing people to come and believe what you believe in. I have said this before. It is legally not right, and under civil consideration, it is also not right. I could still remember when I got my first job in abroad, when I was filling the contract, when I was signing some document, there is a position which asks you, are you a Christian or which religion do you belong to? If you tick or write that you are a Christian, you will be paying some amount of money to the Christendom every month. They will deduct it from your salary. All these churches you see in the Western world, like I have already outlined, they all pay taxes to the government. And do not forget that majority of these churches you are fighting today are the people sponsoring some of the crusade you see in Africa. Crusade in terms of giving alms and charity to poor countries. I participated in raising funds here where I live for building a hospital in East Africa That is part of the things, part of the charity that churches here do. Part of the money that people pay monthly from their salary. They generate this money and they use this money to help mankind. Not in Europe, but in Africa. So therefore, the work of God will continue to move on, whether you like it or not. Now, back to the main issue. It is becoming obvious that Mathias Ezeaku will be released. Yes, if not as soon as possible, he will be released later because some of his top followers who are prominent in governance and in business are always trooping in asking for his release. But then let me say this. Those of you that are saying that it was Ebukobi that arrested him, you may be totally wrong. Yes, because I listened to Ebukobi recently and he categorically stated that some of his followers who feel so bad, who are offended by the way Mathias Ezeaku continues to call him out, continues to call him a criminal, continues to call him a fake prophet, they get so offended that these men who are his followers have in the past arrested some people. Yes, as a result of them who are devoted followers feeling offended by the rate of insult and the rate of defamation of character in the person of Ebukobi. You must understand that the extent that Mathias Ezeaku went was really not right. It was really bad. Having a public confrontation and calling Ebukobi out. I listened to one of the videos where Mathias Ezeaku was telling his followers that for any reason anybody arrest him, that they should go ahead and burn their churches, that they should go ahead and buy all of them. Such a callous statement and such a wicked statement is enough to pick him up by anybody who feels offended or anybody he confronts publicly one-on-one. Such a statement is enough evidence against Mathias Ezeaku. I'm not saying this because I hate him. I have always told you people, I love some of the things that Mathias Ezeaku does, especially in rendering medical help to our dear brothers and sisters who are sick. But that does not mean, or that does not give you the impetus to continue to insult people one-on-one. There is nothing wrong when you talk about fake prophet and fake pastors. But identifying one pastor or one prophet and continue to call him or her out, it's totally wrong. It's a defamation of character, it's an assassination of character, and wherever that prophet or that pastor call you out to, you must answer. That is exactly the same thing Mathias Ezeaku did when Isiagu Global, the native doctor, called him out and threatened him. Therefore, you must understand the law and do not allow illiteracy to confuse you. This is very simple. I hope at the end of this whole exercise that Mathias will learn the single lesson that is very important. To remain committed on his cause, to remain committed on his movement, without calling anybody out one-on-one, without public confrontation to any man of God. You can criticize people generally without calling them names, without identifying them or pinpointing them one-on-one, single-handedly, because you think you can. There is a law in Nigeria. Let us not forget, or let us not be confused or be delusional about it. Forget about the political rascality that is going on in Nigeria. There is a law, and everybody understands that law. So as you watch this video, I take God beg you, drop your opinion, drop your comment, and share this video that people who really need to see this video may see it. Do not allow illiteracy to destroy your sense of reasoning. If you are an activist, any fight you are fighting or any journey you are embarking, make sure that your journey or your activism is within the confines of the law. Otherwise, days like this will come up when people will come and pick you up and you will go and answer questions for the things where you don't use your mouth, bring for yourself. God bless you.